This is probably one of the favorite questions that I get, and I love talking about this. Why are families moving here to the Salt Lake City, Utah area? Why did my family and I personally end up moving from California to Utah? Love talking about this one because this one's really near and dear to my heart, and this one has really, I feel like, given our family a total restart on life. Not that we were unhappy out of state, but moving here to Utah has really transformed our family and has really been such a blessing to us. And today I'm going to be sharing with you 7 reasons why families are making the move out here to Utah and why it might be a good fit for you and your family. And we're going to hop into it right now. Mariah here. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if this is your very first time here. I'm a licensed and active real estate agent here in Utah, and this channel is all about everything you need to know. Eating, working, playing, sleeping, and living in the Salt Lake City, Utah area. If that is of interest to you, consider subscribing down below and make sure you tap that bell for notifications so you are notified every week we drop a new video. We hear from people like you all the time who are looking to make a move, looking to relocate, or looking to buy or sell a property here in Utah, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it'd be our pleasure to connect with you. So like I said, this is actually one of my very, very, very favorite topics to talk about. And anytime I tell people now that I live in Utah, I actually was just at a conference recently and I had my little name badge on and it said, Salt Lake City, Utah. And I remember, somebody's looking at me and they're like, oh, so you're from Utah. Are you originally from Utah? I'm like, actually, I'm not originally from Utah. Originally from close to San Francisco, but lived, half of my life down in San Diego. So I got Northern California, grew up in Northern California, spent a lot of time in Southern California, love California, but felt a draw here to Utah. And they're like, really? Now you traded San Diego for Salt Lake City? And I said, yep, we sure did. And they're like, now how is that? And so for me, I always get such a kick out of it because really, I get this question a lot of like, really, how is that? And I just am like, oh, it's great now. So really some of the reasons that my family and I moved here, and I'm going to share with you some of the reasons that other families are moving here. Number one, I know for us, it's space. We love to have more space. I love the fact that our kids can run outside, they can kick a soccer ball, they can, have their friends over in the backyard, they can all be jumping on the trampoline. They just have space. We have space in our house, we have space in our backyard. We had some space in San Diego, but it wasn't this kind of space. It was, throw a ball and it hops, goes over the fence and then rolls down the hill. And then, you got to go knock on your neighbor's door and, hey, sorry, it's us again for like the 5th time today. My kids threw the ball over the fence again. It just doesn't happen, right? So just having the space, having a little bit more wiggle room has been a game changer for our family. And I know a lot of people that we know that have moved here are like, yeah, we want a little bit more space. And so sometimes, when I'm asking like, okay, great, how big of a lot are you thinking? And they're like, well, I don't know. Like if we could get even like a 1/4 of an acre, we would be thrilled. And I'm like, oh, okay, you're thinking 1/4 of an acre, this, and you're thinking these different things. Great. Maybe you want to look here. So just knowing kind of like how much space do you want? Are you thinking like equestrian and you want horses in your backyard, or whatever, however much space it is that you're looking for. You're looking for an acre, 2 acres, 5 acres, right? So here in Utah, you're going to have a lot more space than some other places. Number 2 is just simply the family-friendly environment. When we came here to Utah, and we've got 4 kids, it's my husband and I just felt like, okay, there's a park every corner we turn. The kids are like, there's a new park. Can we go check that one out? Oh, wait, there's a new park. Can we go check that one out? Just the number of parks, the number of recreational opportunities that are here, the indoor sport courts that are here, the outdoor facilities, really just the number of family-friendly activities here, the parades that each little town and neighborhood have for their city. It seems like every city has some kind of days, is what they call it. Highland days, Alpine days, Swiss days, and Midway. You've got, strawberry days. You've got all these different neighborhoods. Each of them have a fun little family friendly festival where they'll have food trucks come in. They've got rides, they've got games, activities, they've got 5K races for everybody to join in. They'll even have like the kids 1 mile fun run. So really just such an inclusive family friendly environment. I know my family and we love it. I ask my kids this all the time, like, hey, do you guys want to move back to California yet? They're like, no. Why would we want to move back to California? I'm like, I don't know, just thought I'd ask. And it's just funny. I'm like, okay, so what do you guys like about here? They're like, we like our yard, and we like our friends, of course. We like our school. We like the sports. Same thing when we're talking family friendly. When we moved here, I remember our kids, they got to basically choose one thing to do when we were in San Diego, because the distance to drive to everything, it wasn't necessarily like it took, like the mileage wasn't that long, but it was just the traffic and the lights to get there took a very long time. So like even just to get my son to basketball practice was a half hour there and a half hour back, not because the distance was really far, but just because the traffic, it took a long time. Here it's like, okay, I can drop him off at, it's 4 minutes away, daughter's 4 minutes away, this is so it's just like everything is pretty close by, which really leads me into my next one, which is proximity. Yes, the family-friendly activities, there are so many of them, but the proximity to get to everything is relatively so close. I know when people are talking about, getting to work, getting to, different sports activities, recreation, wherever that is, the proximity to different things here for us has been a game changer. The airport is literally 10 minutes outside of Salt Lake City. It's in Salt Lake City, but from like downtown, you're 10 minutes away. If you are wanting to get to the ski resorts, if you're wanting to get to hiking and biking in the mountains, you are, to get to some of those canyons, you're literally, 15 to 20 minutes away from the canyons to bring you up to some of those ski resorts. If, you're wanting to, for us, I know the number of schools that are and parks that are nearby for my kids to attend. There are so many parks and schools that are nearby. Same thing with recreation. When, you're talking about like, okay, I can sign my daughter up for this club team or this one, this one, this one. I mean, there's just so many different options and everything is pretty close by. Same thing goes for grocery shopping, restaurants. The proximity of a lot of things is fairly close by. So for us, we have cut down the amount of time that we're driving in the car. And a lot of times when we're driving in the car, it's, we're like, oh, let's go for a drive. Let's, go up through a canyon and let's see the beautiful fall colors, or, let's go take a drive out to, wherever it is. That's usually when we're in the car is let's, go on a little destination. Let's go on a drive. It's not like, okay, let's get from here to here and we're going to wait a half hour. So just kind of know that too. The proximity here has been amazing, which leads me right into the next one, the outdoor activities. If you are, enjoy an active lifestyle, Utah may be a fantastic fit for you. I remember one of the first times we took our family on a hike up to a waterfall, and my kids were like, oh no, how long's the hike gonna be? My husband and I were like, okay, we're not even gonna say how long this is gonna be. We could probably finish it pretty quick, but 4 kids in tow and probably some whining and complaining. So we're like, you know what, we can probably get to the top of the waterfall pretty quick, but we'll just have to see. And so at first they're like, oh, it's going to be too hard, it's too this, that. Okay, there are kids half their size, half their age that are literally like running up the mountain, getting to the waterfall right before us. And my kids are looking at them like, oh my gosh, if they can do this, we can do this. And it's one of these like just family friendly, you just see so many parents that are out and about, they've got their kids on their back and they're, making the trek. You see people going on family bike rides all the time. You see picnics at the park. A lot of the different parks here will have pavilions where people will come for the afternoon. They'll play games. They'll have their, their picnic in the park and just really make it a fun family friendly thing. So the outdoor activities here, and I didn't even touch on world-class skiing, right? It seems like most people I know have, their Epic or their Icon ski pass, and they're able to ski all season long, which people love. I know that this video that I'm shooting right now, I believe from some of the ski ski resorts that I'm hearing, because we had so much snow this year, that they're going to be able to keep some of the resorts open until Father's Day. Yes, Father's Day. How wild is that? So just the, like I said, if you are into an active lifestyle, Utah has a ton in the way to offer. It seems like a lot of people have all sorts of, toys, whether it's water toys and boats and sea-doos and, whatever. And then same thing for the summer or for the winter. People will have their side-by-sides and their, all their things with their tubing and all the, the ski gear, the snow gear, the tubing stuff. So lots to do in the way of recreation here. So another reason people are moving here is the culture and the entertainment. Yes, culture and entertainment. There's a lot here in Utah and a lot and around the area. The symphonies are really big here. The arts are really big here. The museums are really big here. There are a lot of different museums. There are a lot of different art exhibits. There are a lot of different musical opportunities here. So people are drawn here simply because the cultural and the entertainment. In Salt Lake City, the Utah Jazz are, the home team, the basketball, the NBA team that is here. There are lots of concerts that come in that go right in the event smart home arena. So a lot in the way of cultural and, really entertainment here in Utah as well. Another reason families are moving here are simply because of the job market. Yes, the job market and the job opportunities, there are a lot in the way. If you are in tech, if you are in education, if you are in a startup, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are just a lot of different job opportunities are bringing people here to Utah. We talked about the family friendly, we talked about the outdoors, just a lot in the way of that people are feeling like, gosh, you know what? I've got a good job here. I'm able to, raise my family here. So that is another reason why families are also moving here. And last but not least is simply the overall quality of life. Utah offers a really high quality of life. Simply, we talked about that active lifestyle, we talked about the family friendly, we talked about all the outdoor activities, and really the cost of living. If you are coming from some of, more expensive states, people that are coming here are going, gosh, you know what? Yes, prices have gone up. Yes, all these different things, but the overall quality of life here, people are drawn here, especially, like I said, because they like having an active lifestyle. They like, all the outdoor activities. They like a little bit more room, a little bit more space. So hopefully this gives you an idea of, why my family and I moved here. Like I said, we wanted a little bit more space. Both my husband and I we're able to get good jobs here. We love the family-friendly environment that is here. Our kids are super happy here. They love the schools that they attend. So really, and like I said, we love being outdoors as much as, sometimes my kids will complain about going on a hike, but I think probably most kids do. I don't know. But we love taking our kids on different experiences. We love going for bike rides with them. We like going for hikes with them. We love going and watching their soccer games or their dance competition, whatever it is. Utah really provides a really well-rounded experience and overall just the quality of life here. We love California and we love living here, but for us, this just feels like such a fantastic fit. It may be the right fit for you and your family, and it may not be. But if you're thinking about making a move or relocating out here, I always suggest come on out here first. Take a look, take a peek, see if this might be a place for you. And if it is, I would love to chat with you. My team and I hear from people like you all the time, and we absolutely love it. So if you're thinking about making a move in a week, in a month, or even a year from now, feel free to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, and it would be our absolute pleasure to connect with you. Take care and have a good one. Bye.